What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Shonen Showdown. I'm your host, Rob, and sitting to the right of me is...
It's me, it's Jarrod. You gotta pull up the eyes a little for this, you know?
You know, definitely. Kakashi. So, we are here to discuss some of the best anime characters that deal with water.
Yes, some
right?
good water users here.
We gotta talk about Kisame from Naruto, part of the Akatsuki. And we also have to talk about Jinbei.
Boss Jinbei.
The ex-warlord, who is now a Straw Hat member.
Yes.
We're gonna find out who would win in a versus battle. So make sure you guys keep it locked. You know, this one is really, really tough. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about this. Definitely, you know, whether it's on Instagram or whatever. So we definitely want to dive right into this. Who are you taking? Are you going to take Kisame or are you going to take Jinbei in a 1v1 battle?
I'm definitely going to agree with you. It was definitely very, very tough for this one.
Very, very.
Very, very. Because we have, you know, Kisame, he does his thing. We've seen his fight guy sensei. He's a good water user. Then we have my son, Jinbei. And he lives in the water. He's a fishman, you know? So... It was very close one, but I have to say Jinbei might pull out on this one.
Wow!
Only because...
Bossman Jinbei. Okay.
In an extended fight, yes, Kisame might have him on the land, but we know Kisame's strong attacks come on the water. And that's what Jinbei's been doing all his fighting all of his life. So I feel like we'll be outmatched and just outpowered in a water-to-water battle. That's it.
Well, my thing is a lot of people may question because... Kisame has the Samehada blade, right?
Yes.
And we know that blade is very, very powerful, even though it kind of has a mind of its own.
Yes.
So what would you say to those people?
To those people, I would say, yes. Understand, I've seen a Samehada blade. You can combine with it to achieve his ultimate form, which is underwater. That's what I was getting to. His most powerful attacks are underwater.
Are all underwater.
For the most part. Maybe Samehada will have him on a ground fight. Because we've seen Jinbei in the past, he does have some lacking. And a disadvantage when he's on ground versus water. But once Kisame starts to get in, I can't beat this guy like this, have to go to the water techniques, that's when Jinbei will have the upper hand and be able to take him down. Or at least knock him down an inch or two.
Well, here's my thing. I would like to break it down this way. Because when I'm looking at Kisame, right? I look at his fight against Killer Bee, because when he fought my guy, I mean, that was destruction.
Yes.
I'm not even going to talk about that. That was absolute, domination. But when I'm looking at his fight against Killer Bee, one of his strongest attacks was literally a giant water bubble trying to drown Killer Bee, trying to drown people in the surrounding area.
Exactly.
That is what Kisame literally does. And we know that even his sword, the Samehada blade, it has a mind of its own. Yes. The blade doesn't even chill with Kisame.
It's an X factor.
Whoever has the best chakra, the blade's moving on. So, when I'm looking at it from that perspective, and I see that Kisame's blade doesn't even rock with him, his strongest attacks have to do with water, which is where Jinbei, that's his bread and butter.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing things from Jinbei, like, pushing Big Mom off of the ship. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing things with Jinbei having the second highest bounty in the Straw Hats right now, sitting at 438 million. Oh, and I'll remind you that is before the time skip that was given to him. I'm seeing things from Jinbei like him helping Luffy through Impel Down, him helping Luffy in the Marineford War, and oh, by the way, he survived an attack from Akainu. So these are all top tier things that if I put Kisame in those situations, I don't know if he would be able to perform at the level that Boss Man Jinbei was able to perform at. And I also think that Jinbei is more durable.
Yes.
Jinbei blocked a direct attack from Big Mom. Let me run it back. Jinbei blocked a direct attack from Big Mom. I don't know if Kisame can necessarily do that and keep it moving, because we saw that the likes of my guy just had him, blown out of... He couldn't even hang.
Yeah.
So, I'm also going to take Jinbei. And that's not to say that Kisame is weak. I know a lot of Naruto fans out there are going to, be up in arms about this. But it just is what it is. Kisame is all his strongest attacks, and what he loves to do, his bread and butter is using water against people that, can't move in the water like he can. that's Jinbei's bread and butter. That's what he does.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? He's a fishman. He knows Fish-Man Karate. His everything. Close range, long range attacks. I gotta give it to Jinbei.
He's just more versatile in that aspect. You can see, mostly, not gonna say Kisame is one-dimensional, but we see that he does have a certain way of fighting. He's a very keen attacker. He's definitely smart on his feet. But he has a certain pathway he must go, and in order to achieve his highest form, he must resort to that water, that we're saying. Which is where Jinbei's been using all his life. And we see he had to adapt to land. Water's his strong suit, while land is his disadvantage. So it's just, he's just outmatching that class, you know?
Now, I do have one question about the Samehada blade before we finish up here.
Okay. Cool.
Alright? Because people are going to mention that the Samehada blade drains chakra.
Yeah.
Now, how would we equate that in a fight with One Piece? We know Jinbei doesn't have a devil piece, so we know Jinbei's a straight Haki and Fish-Man Karate mastermind. That's what he does. That's what he deals with. If we were to kind of equal out the conditions here, so to speak, would we say the Samehada blade in this instance would weaken Jinbei somewhat, or take down his Haki? Like, how would we handle that?
I think you're on the right track. That's how I was thinking about it when I was talking about this versus.
Right.
That chakra is basically like a ninja's life force.
It's their stamina.
Stamina life force.
Right.
And Haki is like a version of his willpower. So I guess it'll be kind of like his spirit. Kind of, sort of. So that was equating it to that. There may be some type of aura that we've seen. Like when Lee uses his gates, he releases an aura to him, like a life force or like energy around him. So it's possible somehow to tap into that since it's sucking energy, chakra from people.
Right.
So yes, he could possibly be weakened by it, but again, to mention the durability part, I feel like Jinbei could at least.
Right.
And he's a tactician. He's been fighting all his life.
Exactly.
He'll be able to realize what's happening.
That would be my counter towards that, actually.
Yes.
Is that, the Samehada blade, even if we that's why I asked you those questions. Because even if we were to factor in the Samehada blade, basically, taking Jinbei's Haki powers or his life force a little bit, making Jinbei weaker. One, I think Jinbei is more durable, which we also covered. But also, there's a chance that Samehada may like Jinbei's Haki or his stamina more than Kisame's and switch teams. In which, if that happens, Kisame is out of luck completely. Does he want to take that chance? I don't know. I don't think he should, especially against someone like of the likes of Jinbei. So yeah, Jinbei wins this fight. It's destruction. But you guys let us know down in the comments section below.
Please.
Who do you think wins this fight? Because I know there's a lot of Naruto fans that are going to be tight. I know, so let me know why. And with that, see you next time. Peace.